Good morning, friends. I welcome all to today's lecture on the tenses. This is the fourth series of lecture on the tenses. Now we are going to discuss on future tense. So far, we have covered present tense and past tense and its and their subparts. Now we are going to discuss future tense and its subparts: future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous tense. What are the definitions of their four parts and their structure and their examples we are going to discuss now. First, the simple future tense. This tense is used to express the actions which take place in the future. So far we have discussed some actions they are occurred in the present tense, and also some actions which occurred in the past we discussed in the past tense. And also here we are discuss the actions which take place in the future. Now we are going to discuss those actions which are take place in the future. So how to use these sentences in the future simple tense? You see the structure: subject plus auxiliary verb plus verb 1 plus object. Example: he will go to Hyderabad tomorrow. The action is not in the present, not in the past. It is going to occur in the future. That's why we use it tomorrow. That's why we called it as a future simple tense. He will go to Hyderabad tomorrow, not now. Tomorrow he is planning to go to Hyderabad. That's why we used future simple tense. I shall meet you next Monday. This action is also not now, it is going to happen in the future. That's why we used future simple tense. I shall meet you next Monday. That's why this tense is used to express the actions which take place in the future. Note: shall is used with the first person, will is used with the second and third persons. These are the auxiliary verbs. I, we. For example, I shall come, we shall come. So shall is used for first persons, and also will is used for you, he, she, it, they. For example, you will come, he will come, she will come, it will come, they will come. This is the usage of the future simple tense. Now take a task, fill in the blanks with the simple future forms of the verbs given in the brackets. You see here, these are the examples. I dash meet my friend tomorrow. If you change this sentence into future simple tense, I shall meet my friend tomorrow. Second examples: Girija will perform a dance next week. Girija will perform a dance next week. My father will take you to the party as soon as you are ready. They will be in SSC next year. They will make you a call tonight. These are the examples for future simple tense. If you identify this future simple tenses by these keywords, example, tomorrow, next week, next Sunday, next month, next year, these are the keywords you can find end of the sentence. By these keywords you can recognize these sentences easily in examination. Okay, then we move to future continuous tense. This tense is used to express those actions which will be going on at a particular time in the future. It is used to express those actions which will be going on at a particular time in the future. For example, I shall be going to Goa at this time tomorrow. They will be waiting for me at this time next week. So it is used to express those actions which will be going on at a particular time in the future. This is the structure: subject and helping verb plus be plus verb fourth means ing verb plus object. I shall be going to Goa at this time tomorrow. They will be waiting for me at this time next week. Okay, then we go for task here. Fill in the blanks with the future continuous forms of the verbs given in the brackets. You see, my father will be waiting for me at 9 p.m. tomorrow. I shall be studying inter at this time next week. Please don't disturb me tomorrow. I will be watching the IPL finals. They will be shifting to the new house at this time next week. I shall be having my breakfast at this time tomorrow. These are the examples sentences for future continuous tense, and we can use these following keywords: at this time tomorrow, at this time next week, at this time next month, at this time next year, at this time next Monday. By these keywords you can recognize the sentences easily in examinations. So you should remember the keywords when you write the future continuous tense. You see here. Then we will move on to the future perfect tense. You see the structure: subject, helping verb plus have plus verb third form of the verb plus object. You see the example. What is the future perfect tense? How to use it? Usage. This tense is used to express those actions that will have taken place before the particular time in the future. It expresses the actions that will have taken place before the particular time in the future. That's why we use like this: they will have left this place by next June. They will have left this place by next June. We shall have reached our village by tomorrow. So here it expresses actions that will have taken place before the particular time in the future. Okay. here you see task, fill in the blanks with the future perfect forms of the verbs given in the brackets. For example, he will have built a new house by the end of the next year. She will have been in hospital for 1 year by next Monday. We shall have completed our syllabus by next December. Rahul will have celebrated his 18th birthday by next Friday. The Chief Minister will have passed on order by the end of this month. These are the examples of future perfect tense. And you can easily recognize these sentences by using the keywords. For example, by next day, by next evening, by next Thursday, by next month, by next year, by next week, and before. You can easily recognize the sentences to see these keywords. If you want to write the future perfect tense sentences by using these keywords. Okay, then we will move on the future perfect continuous tense. You see the structure here: subject, helping verb, have plus been plus verb form 4. For example, like Ingvar, and plus time element. This tense is used to express those actions which will be going on at a particular time in the future after covering a period of time. Example, it will have been raining for a week if it rains tomorrow also. It will have been raining for a week if it rains tomorrow also. They will have been building this building for 7 years by next year. So it expresses actions which will be going on at a particular time in the future after covering a period of time. Okay, you take the task here. Fill in the blanks with the future perfect continuous forms of the verbs given in the brackets. By the end of May, we shall have been working here for 20 years. She will have been spending her vacation in Tirupati for a week by Sunday. Sachin will have been playing for India for 20 years by 2013. Sandeep will have been traveling for 5 years by the end of this year. He will have been working here for 2 years by the end of this month. Keywords. These are the examples of future perfect continuous tense. You can use these keywords like for a period of time, by next week, by next month, by next year, by next March, etc. By using these keywords, you can easily write the future perfect continuous tense sentences. And by these keywords, you can recognize easily in examination point of view. This is the future perfect continuous form. Okay. So far we have covered all the tenses. We have already discussed present tense, past tense, Now we completed future tense. You see the structures, how we use the helping verbs and also how they are occurred in the sentences. You can say that every sentence in 12 types by using these structures. For example, I would like to say one sentence in 12 types of tenses. For example, I play cricket. I am playing cricket. I have played cricket. I have not played, I have been playing cricket. Then in past tense, I played cricket yesterday. I was playing cricket. I had played cricket. I had been playing cricket. In future, I shall play cricket tomorrow. I shall be playing cricket. I shall have played cricket. I shall have been playing cricket. You can say any sentence in 12 types like this. What I said now. So I request all the students, you should practice every sentence in 12 types. Then only you can recognize the total tenses. If you know the 12 types of tenses, you can easily understand the English language, and if you want to speak the English language, you can speak without any mistakes. And also you can write, you can listen, you can read with perfections. That's why you should learn the 12 types of sentences perfectly. Okay, you see how the tenses are broadly divided into present, past and future tense, and again how present tense is divided into 4 parts, how past tense is divided into 4 parts, how future tense is divided into 4 parts. So I think I have covered all the topics so far. I hope you understand completely on tenses. Okay, with this few with this lecture, I wind up for now. I look forward to you in the next coming lecture. Thank you very much. Hi friends.